Hello, every pony. I am the venomous pawn. You guys know me full well as the Pinkie Pie of the group, and we'll get to why I'm a little flabbergasted, if that's even a word, a bit later. But for right now, I'm not alone on this. I'm introducing the rarity, Jedi Padawan Danielle.
Greetings, everyone. I'm your Jedi hashtags and references, Jedi Daniel. I reference it, so you don't have to.
We have our Fluttershy, Violet Bloom.
Why, oh why, oh why, oh why, oh why, oh why.
We have our Applejack, Mosigo.
Listen up, you primitive screwheads.
Well then, we have Twilight, which is Logan the Bad Wolf, otherwise known as Shopwit.
Greetings, people. This is the pronunciation. Oh shit, that's not my script. Sorry, scratch that.
You did that on
Great
purpose.
start, great start.
Okay, we have our Spike, which is Elite Yoshi.
Hello, it's me, Alita Yoshi.
Oh,
Mamma mia.
wow, that was
This
pretty good,
episode.
actually. We have our Sunset, which is Crimson Burst Star.
Yo, yo, yo. Always keeping lights and flames inside of people's hearts and making them smile.
And thankfully, I didn't forget you this time. We have our Starlight Glimmer, which is Neon Blade, otherwise known as Yoshi Gamer 93.
Hey yo, what's up? Your Colonel Dragon here. And by the way, where's that wannabe unicorn? I have a little lesson to tell here.
Okay then. Okay, and Kanata, I got word from him. He's gonna be showing up late, but when he arrives, I will probably announce it. So, you know the whole deal. One thing we do like about the episode in a certain random order, but then we go in reverse for what we don't like about the episode. And each of us know that I have a plan on who goes first and who goes last. There's a little thing I really wanted to do, and I'm
No
gonna
spoilers.
review that once we get there. So, our first person who's gonna say what they do like will be Violet Bloom.
Thank you very much. So the one thing I like about Ghostbusters, honestly, is right at the scene when Trixie was facing against the members of the main six.
Yeah. Yeah.
You mean the show-offs?
Yes, I mean sure, for Rainbow Dash and Applejack, both of them have really big egos, and they try to prove that they are the best to Trixie. And the way that Trixie kind of make them feel, really insulted in front of every pony in Ponyville. That's like karma struck back in their face.
What? 3 words. Like a pro.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have
You
to
can
agree
also
with
say
Violet on that
like
one.
a
It was
boss.
amazing.
Not to mention what she did to Rarity is also pretty funny.
Oh, yes.
No, I do love how the other mare that had
That was
green
cool.
mane was like,
But,
And do you wanna know something?
Still,
do you wanna know
that
something
was
I want
cool.
to talk about? Do you wanna know something I want to talk
Yeah.
about that mare?
yeah.
At the start, her mane was orange, but then her mane was green. My theory is that she was probably thinking of going to the salon to dye her mane green, but then suddenly, when Rarity talks like that, she's like, "Bad idea."
yeah, poor timing on her part.
Well, either that or the animator screwed up.
Well, it is season 1, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Alright,
true.
so who do you pass it off to?
I'm gonna pass it off to. Hang on, where's my bucket of cold water?
I understand that preference.
Crimson, wake up!
Alright, Crimson, you're up.
Alright, let's see. And I clearly was listening, so yeah, don't mind me even though I was sleeping.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
I'm a fucking dragon half. What do you expect?
Alright, go.
Don't worry.
Do, buddy.
Don't worry,
Technically,
Crimson.
I'm
I
also
also
part of dragon.
That's
Okay,
true.
as I was saying, that's my point. There is one episode that I liked about that. Like, nobody likes a bragger and trying to prove who's the best. I understand that. And Twilight, I know she was nervous and she didn't want to prove what she can do. I would have been in that same condition as well. Because bragging and going way over your head isn't the best option. And the way how she treated your friends, I would have stepped in and done something, but I don't want to prove how good I am with my magic. I'm still in training yet. I know there's a special part of me somewhere that's still better.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, you just stole my point.
I just winged it.
He took your point out of your metallic grasp.
Much.
Anything else about that, Crimson?
And well, I did like the funny part of the conception how Spike was trying to encourage Twilight to get on stage, which was kind of funny. I will admit that was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Spike, you know she's not gonna go up there, right? Yet he still insists. He's like, get up there, Twilight, do it. And that is all I have to say, and I will now pass it off to our favorite Sharpwit.
Sharpwit.
No. God damn it. You stole my point and I have to now look for a new one. Wait a second.
If anyone needs me, I will
Not-
be going.
Not here, not here. Oh,
If you could,
there it
you
is.
could-
I have something on my list. Well, since Crimson actually took my point, but I'm no hard feelings really, because
You can
I was actually expecting that.
always expand upon it.
Actually, I think he told pretty much all, because actually that Crimson's point is also the reason why I gave such a high note for this, but that's maybe later. But other point that I can talk about is actually the final. We actually finally see the display of magic that Twilight can use. How much talented she is, because all we've seen so far are the few maybe teleportation and the growing up mustache. But how she just tamed that Ursa Minor? Ooh, damn! That thing
Yeah.
could pretty much rip off the whole town, and she just Okay, it wasn't probably easy as we've seen, because that was pretty exhausting, but she did it. She tamed that little baby, and that was a baby.
Yeah, that scene
I've
was
seen
kind of
many
awesome.
things, but I still don't want to meet the mummy. However, like I said, Twilight, the display of magic she possesses, top notch. Something that is missing in current Twilight. We have season 4, 5, and 6, but favorites.
Well, to be fair, Sharp, you already did your own headcanon video about why she becomes so depowered.
Yeah, okay, but that's the other point.
Well,
the way,
she was
by
still
the-
the magic in the first place, which is true.
By the way, shameless plug
Yeah.
to Sharpwit channel.
And Sharpwit, right when you discuss Twilight in seasons 4, 5, and 6, you start to get static.
Yeah.
Seriously? Wait.
Dude, you have to check your
Well,
connection.
chat,
to-
here we have robotic Sharpwit.
How is
know,
it?
No. I think
Well-
his connection to his Warframe is a little bit mixed up.
Quiet. I want Sharpwit to test it out.
How is it now?
But,
Okay, who
Lord
do you have?
Shepherd, I think that your metallic hooves are getting interference with the mic.
Maybe some sort of static energy or something like that. But okay, since I've talked about mine positives, eeny, meeny, miny, you're up, Neon.
Alright.
Alright, Neon, you're up.
Well, as you can probably guess, that episode isn't really one of my highest lists. But there was actually some enjoyable moments for me in this episode. But funny enough, the best part for me was actually the scene when the realization hits that it wasn't an ultra minor.
Oh yeah.
Major, sorry, I made it up. Blech. Just that reaction in trial, like, you don't want to know.
Yeah.
And I have to quote Josh on this. Oh my, that's actually a pretty dark plot twist.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it is.
I'm like, okay. Where do they have the artillery?
If I have to be honest, I would rather deal with the drunk golem instead of that big thing. Seriously, nope.
I don't know. The drunk golem is actually resistant to against elemental attacks. So
Have you seen the size of that thing? Have
That's
you
what
seen
I
how
mean.
big the baby is?
that's actually a good point too.
You know, this is almost
But I'm
like
still not taking the golem on any chances, dude.
this is like MLP is doing the Cloverfield movie. The giant monster was a baby all along.
Hmm.
Oh, damn, you're right. Now I see the connection. Oh,
Yeah.
right.
J.A. Abrams mentioned that Cloverfield in the script, like hidden, he's actually a baby. That's why he's scared all the time and running among New York.
Great. Yeah, but like I said, that's actually my favorite part. Although the show off itself, it is a little bit funny, but I'm actually coming to that later.
Alright, who do you pass it off to?
Who do we got? Well, I guess Yoshi, it's your turn.
Go right ahead, Elite Yoshi.
Lead Yoshi to Earth.
Wait, I think that's his response. He's like, I have nothing to say good about the episode, so I mute myself.
Aha, Violet.
You're getting static again, Sharpware.
No, I kind of realized that. I think
Jesus, Sharp, keep your inner mag in control.
I kind of remind that if I could compare that Sharp's new metallic dragon arms could be the arcane version of cybernetic enhancements.
Well, he do have access to both electronic and magnetic warframe powers, so it's no wonder he that's the static all the time.
Electric, Neon. Electric.
Alright, here we go.
That's what I meant.
There we go. Okay.
Volt and mag.
Hashtag superhero Sharp with shock. Oh my.
Alright, yep. Alright, Elite Yoshi, are you there?
Hello.
Neon, pass to somebody else until Elite Yoshi can talk to us.
Alright, okay, alright, you wanna pass off to
Not
someone
even a
else?
response in the Discord chat. Hello.
Elite Yoshi,
we
you
need
have
to
been
skip
requested at the
Anyone
main.
at home?
Would the real Elite Yoshi please stand up? Would the real Elite Yoshi please stand up? I think we got a problem here.
Okay, nice one, dude.
That was funny.
Just pass on to someone else, Neon. Or we'll come back to him.
Wait, who's actually? I think Mosigo. I think you didn't have your point yet. Did you?
No, I didn't. But to be fair,
Okay,
I do
then.
not have. Okay, I can say.
Alright,
This is a
we'll
difficult
go
because
to Mosigo.
this is a bit difficult because everybody already picked my point.
You know how this feels.
Yeah, I know. You picked Mayo, asshole. You're talking about Twilight with the power of with the Ursa Major, or Minor
Hey,
for that matter.
you can blame Crimson that he took mine.
Well,
Well, I don't regret anything, so
the
I am a
endless-
rebel after all.
the endless cycle of salt and thieving does not stop there. So whatever. Well, I could say that I like that the town almost got massacred because I always enjoy massacres.
You guys, you dudes are sick.
I know. Anyway, what was I going to say? Guys, I'm trying to scrap the barrel here, so give me a minute.
Take your. Oh, and soon we're screaming.
So let me check in my list. Oh, Anthony's online.
Well, I kinda like how Twilight
Jesus.
was basically standing her ground to Spike, like, Spike, screw you, I don't wanna show up to everybody, I just want to read and be left alone, god damn it. And basically like, Twilight, we gotta help, a major murderous beast is trying to kill Tao. Well, okay, now it's time to show off. And I do love that her plan is basically not to fight the Ursa because everybody likes to hype out how the only way to deal with such a beast is to ravage it. She's like, nah, man, I'm going to put it to sleep like a good little baby. And that's
Okay,
how my headcanon that Twilight would be an amazing mother.
Yes.
Okay,
And
then.
I do not mean that with the oh my joke, even though that is a good idea.
That's not
That would
what I
actually
meant.
be a
I was-
good episode
I
for the
was-
seasons.
Go ahead, please.
Neon.
You first. You first.
Okay. That would actually be a nice episode for season 7. Twilight babysitting Flurry Heart.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, that would be.
And we lost Ellie Yoshi.
I think his
That would be
connection
also-
derped.
I think it would be also a very good
I
bonding
think that
moment.
was the problem, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Okay.
problem.
But since I don't have any more points that had already been made, I could say that I do kind of like how Twilight picked a solution that nobody was foreseeing before. And that's it. So I'm going to pass this to good old Danny Boy.
Alright, Daniel.
Okay, before I start, I got one thing to say about the Twilight babysitting Flurry Heart thing.
Yeah.
What is it?
Flurry, here we are, Flurry.
You bastard.
Oh, come on, you guys kind of set that up.
I could go for McFlurry right now.
It's we are the neighbors. It's our fault.
Okay.
Flurry Heart.
Alright. What do you like?
Also-
One thing you like about Ghostbusters, Daniel?
Believe it or not, it was Twilight.
I can believe it.
Yeah,
I can believe it.
I found her.
Yeah.
I found what she did very believable, and kind of relatable. Like, seeing how everybody reacted to Trixie showing off and everything, and seeing how that would go. Oh, if she were to try it as well. Oh, I kind of found it relatable. Like I could feel the same fear she did whenever I saw that.
Hmm.
So yeah, I found Twilight to be really relatable in this episode.
To
Okay.
be honest, I also felt Twilight in that episode, especially in light of the past week
Yeah,
Mhm.
so I would say
and
Twilight
all
was,
the buckets of water Violet had to throw on me.
Ironically enough, it could be said that Twilight, very ironic in that episode, was not the biggest sanctimonious prick ever. That was, for some reason, usually she is, but this time was not her, amazingly enough.
Anything else, Daniel?
well, Twilight being relatable, and it just I just have no words for it. It's like Twilight was really good in this episode. I thought she was really good and well written in this episode.
Okay. Alright, so you got nothing else?
I had nothing else, and we're still missing our Elite Yoshi. So who
And
else
Kaneda.
hasn't gone?
I haven't. I haven't.
Yeah, Venom is the last one, even though because Yoshi is no longer with us.
Yeah.
So
Okay, Neon?
So it must.
I'm sorry, I just had got something to drink real quick, that's all.
Oh, okay, never
That's
mind.
alright. So you just gotta pass it to me then, Daniel?
I kinda had no choice.
I'm going to get out a bit. I have to close the windows of my house.
Scapegoat said, "Can I be elite scapegoat?" Oh God.
Oh, wrong one. Okay.
Wait, what?
We're passing it to me. Okay. What I do like about the episode. You know what? This might surprise some of you. And what I do like about the episode is actually Trixie.
I knew it.
I will be surprised if you said
Okay.
snakes and snails.
Yeah, I actually kind of like Trixie in this. I mean, granted, her boasting is a little off the wall and sometimes can get irritating. But I thought her third-person speech pattern is actually kind of endearing. And I don't know, I just love the way she handled the main six on the stage. And like I said, I thought her speech pattern was kind of funny. Just the way she brags about her talents even though she cannot really do them. It's irritating, yes, but to me, it's like what happened with Hercule Satan for Dragon Ball Z. I mean, yeah, he constantly brags that he's the strongest fighter in the universe, and there's no way he can back that up. But the reason I still like Hercule is because he's really, really funny.
Otherwise known as the Mr. Satan.
Yeah, I said Hercule Satan. Yeah,
Oh,
that,
Konami's here.
and
A wild Kanata has appeared.
perfect timing. Okay.
Oh,
so-
Venom, what were you talking about? Because I had to get away real quick to close the windows of my house.
I said that I actually liked Trixie.
No, but before that, you were talking about something related to other things.
I said that I compared Trixie to like Hercule. Someone who's a boaster, but is actually kind of funny.
Hercule is from which media?
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
I don't remember who, because I'm thinking about the.
Also known as the Mr. Satan.
Yeah, Mr. Satan.
Oh yeah, Mr. Satan. Oh, that's yeah. Now I can see the comparison right now.
So yeah. Yeah, we're getting off topic here. But the main reason why I like Trixie in the episode is because I like her as an antagonist. And I really like how that she's a foil to Twilight. I mean, she is actually my favorite type of antagonist, the Dark Mirror, per se. Kind of like how Sorry Polar Bear was to Rarity in Season 4, and most accurately, like how Lightning Dust is to Rainbow Dash in Season 3.
Yeah, Lightning Dust is not Lightning Dust was not even a dark mirror, more like a past mirror.
Did someone call my name?
Yeah.
Yep. I'll get into you in a second. But first off, Elite Yoshi just came back. So, I'm gonna pass it off to. Well, I'm not gonna pass it off to him because he was supposed to go before me. So, Yoshi, name one thing you like about the episode.
Okay, well, first off, I want to apologize. For some reason, Discord was malfunctioning on me, and I could not get into the chat no matter what I did. I mean, I tried to reopen Discord. I ended up rebooting it, but no matter what I did, it wouldn't work.
That's fine.
We kind of figured that it was Discord's fault.
Yeah, because I checked the rest of my internet. Everything else was working fine. Internet Explorer and everything else was perfectly functioning.
Alright.
Discord, whatever did you do?
Alright,
Yeah.
Yoshi, you're up.
Okay, well, if there is... Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can.
Yeah,
We can.
Discord is still like not responding on my end for some reason.
Alright. I'll just do the best
Alright,
I can.
well, anyway, if you want to know what I liked about the episode, it was probably Twilight.
A lot of people really like Twilight in the episode, I've noticed.
Yeah, I know somebody in here already mentioned that, right? I take it
Yeah.
it was.
Actually,
I take it
actually,
was.
Actually, a lot of us mentioned it.
Yeah, so
I
I guess I
think
really
every
have nothing
single
else
one
to
of us-
offer to this topic then. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just found Twilight's situation to be very relatable, because I've actually been in that situation where I've had to choose, whether to do one thing or another, and, I was always afraid that my friends would turn on me if I went with the option A or option B.
I I also want to point out that Twilight I thought was the only likable character in that episode.
True.
Oh, let's just say that I'm gonna touch on that point when we get to my turn.
If that is, if someone doesn't steal it. But whatever. Alright.
Well, Yoshi is one of the last ones, so he'll probably go with the earliest, and then it will be less likely that he will be stole upon.
Alright, anything else, Yoshi? Before we move on?
No, not really much. The only thing I can say is there's not really much to talk about in this episode in terms of positivity.
Alright. Okay, so, since our Rainbow Dash fan 26 here has finally arrived, thankfully he is the last person to go. So, Kanata, name one thing you like about Boastbusters.
Okay, hopefully nobody took this while I was away. I liked the Ursa Minor's design in this episode.
Oh, that's something new.
Yeah, I really like the design too. And
It was pretty basic, but it had some small things here and there that made it real unique. It shows that the smallest things, like the smallest changes, can make a big difference in a character's design in general.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I liked the fact that like his coat and everything felt like invisible to where it's like you couldn't exactly see his fur, although you kind of could, but you could like see right through it and see like what was in front of his coat. Like you could see past it.
Yeah.
I liked that. I liked his little icon and his forehead, that little symbol. It's getting me to think that, does all Ursa Minors have that design, or do all of them have different designs? I would like to see, more design. I would like to see more Ursa Minors to see, if they all have like different designs and everything.
Yeah. And Kanata, no one else commented on the Ursa Minor's design besides you.
Yeah.
You're the hipster.
Awesome.
And I do admit that, yeah, I really do like the Ursa Minor's design.
I actually like the Ursa Major designs better because she looks more, how can I say, unique.
Yeah.
I personally didn't like the Ursa Major design as much as the Ursa Minor's design. I think the face really kills it for me when it comes to the Ursa Major's design.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what's funny?
What?
The Ursa Major is purple, like Twilight, and the Ursa Minor is blue, like Trixie.
Oh, that's right.
Connection, maybe?
I think maybe.
That means that Twilight is Trixie's mother all along.
No, not that far.
I know. I had to make the joke.
No.
Let's leave the headcanon Saint Rose and Silverquill.
Yes. Alright, Kanata, do you want to move on to what you don't like?
Okay, what I don't like.
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, there was a lot. Surprisingly, there was a lot I have found that I don't like. But I'm going to stick with trying to do a second message at the end of the episode. It felt unnecessary to even have a second message to begin with. The whole Spike having a mustache to impress Rarity and try telling Spike to be yourself. That was not needed in this episode because the episode already had a story, a plot, and everything going with it. There was no need to add a second message. The message wasn't bad. I'm not saying the message was the problem. It was just trying to add a second message on top of what was already a good story, and which already had a story and a plot and everything. They could have taken this second message and just made it an entire episode by itself. That would have been a better idea of what to do with that, rather than just kind of forcing a second message in when it wasn't really needed.
Having that second message there really did felt forced.
Yeah. I mean, the second message was good and everything.
Yeah, it was. It just wasn't needed.
Yeah. It just felt really unnecessary. It felt like an experiment. Saying on, saying, hey, what do people, what does, people think if we try to do a second message in in an episode, 2 messages in an episode. And I don't remember if they've ever tried this again after that. Does anybody know?
They tried it a few other times during season 1.
Yeah, but again, very minorly.
And better.
Yeah. So that's my one complaint. They should have like not done a second message and just make the second message entirely into an episode by itself.
Okay. Anything else, Kanata?
That's it.
Alright, good. I can finally do my thing. Okay. You guys probably were surprised on what I do like. And now I'm gonna surprise you on what I don't like. And once again, it is on a particular character. And okay, I can say a lot about a lot of characters in this episode, but I'm only gonna stick to one. And that character is flying right above me.
Rainbow Dash?
Yeah, I despised Rainbow Dash in this episode. She had no room to talk at all during an episode. Oh, okay, we can go and complain that almost every character were total jerks. But Rainbow Dash was the worst of the lot because her motivation was, you can't go show off your talents like that. That's my job. It really doesn't speak highly of a character. It comes across as not only egotistical on her part, but also an act of she was so flippin' selfish. And also, she is a total hypocrite. When she mentioned that Trixie is just a loudmouth, and it's like, Rainbow, you have no room, you have no right to talk. Because that's what you do too.
You know what that saying reminds me?
What?
FNGR. He said he's an asshole and he admitted that.
Yeah, at least he...
who is an asshole and admitted it? I forgot.
FNGR.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did say that.
Yeah, but the difference is that FNGR was referring to himself. Rainbow Dash was referring to Trixie, even though she kind of does the same thing. Which doesn't make her a better pony, it just makes her look hypocritical.
You know, the funny thing is about that statement is that can be applied to any character in any sort of media.
Yeah, that's true.
No, Konata, we would like you to apologize to pissing off Venom that much. We're all friends here, just take it all the way.
And don't mind me, I'm just taking notes for the future reviews and analysis.
Oh God, we are all fodder for Sharpwit's YouTube career.
I actually agree with Venom on this. Rainbow Dash deserved that rainbow twister that she got early on in that episode. She deserved that and more.
Yeah. Alright, who went before? Okay, Yoshi?
Maybe, if I also can add, maybe that was on purpose done to even more emphasize the fact that Twilight was humble in this episode.
Even if it is done on purpose, it's still bad.
Yeah, true. Although it isn't that bad as a point, at least for me, since it's actually the 6th episode of the television series at all. Extremely proof on this.
Okay, I've said a lot that Rainbow Dash is my least favorite member of the main 6, and this episode was the clincher. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
I understand where you're coming from with this. No, that's not what I'm.
I know. I know that, Neon. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I noticed that Venom has this very same principle about even if it's done on purpose, it's still bad. Because when I talked to him about the cringy jokes in the show that were purposely cringy, but they were cringy anyway, and bad songs that were bad on purpose but were bad anyway.
So, anyways, Yoshi, it's your turn.
Yeah. Elite Yoshi is so pissed off the accent.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna be honest here. Venom already pointed this out, but it's not just Rainbow Dash that was a complete hypocrite for this episode. Everyone that challenged Trixie was a hypocrite.
And that's actually my
I'm not
biggest.
just talking Rainbow Dash. Applejack and Rarity were both unlikable in this episode. And this is coming from someone who likes them a lot. Well, maybe not as much as Rainbow Dash or something. I don't know. My likability of the main six kind of tends to fluctuate between season to season, so...
I think that applies for some people as well.
Yep, but here's the thing. I really don't like Rarity, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash in this episode. I mean, they're basically the main reason why Twilight, if that further proved Twilight's point to not even try and challenge Trixie. Sorry, stuttering. But, yeah, I really don't like how they were going about saying how, well, Trixie is annoying because she's basically showing off. Except for the fact that there's one problem. Trixie is a street performer. She is supposed to show off.
Thank you, Yoshi.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, and then it's like not only does that make them hypocritical, it makes them hypocritical because it's like, yeah, you do the same thing, but unlike Trixie, where she actually gets admiration for her tricks, the only thing that you're just gonna get is just a bunch of really. It's like, really, you were trying to do the same thing. It's like, yeah, I just don't know what to say, cause, yeah, and well, there is one other thing, but seeing as how I just mentioned this hypocrisy thing, I just hope someone else brings it up and
that kind of led to my Yoshi. That kind of led to my biggest problem, and that's actually the reason why I targeted Raymond that specifically. Everyone was a jerk except for the main character.
I'll just be thankful Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy weren't dragged into it.
To me, in my opinion, Spike wasn't a jerk in that episode. Spike was the only one that was trying to help Twilight throughout the whole episode.
From my view, Spike was only doing it just to shove Trixie off.
Yeah, I can agree.
I don't.
And not to mention,
I don't think that was it. I think Spike just saw the bigger picture. It wasn't just Spike wanting to see Twilight show off Trixie. It was like Spike trying to tell Twilight that it's not a bad thing to show off. You know what makes you interesting and unique, and not to hide your talents. I think that's what Spike tried to tell Twilight, and it wasn't just to just for him to see Twilight, tell of Trixie or anything. It was to legit help out Twilight.
I can see your perspective, Kanata. I can see it. Someone pointed out that Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie only made cameos.
Yep, that was me.
Yeah, I'm under the suspicious assumption that they had a big role in the episode, but it was cut to either time constraints or Lemon got sick or something. Because I've been noticing that both characters were voiced by Andrew Lemon, but they both produced the cameos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is interesting.
I'm gonna leave that to Daniel because he's up next.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh dear, I'm going on the Exorcist kid.
And we triggered Dark Daniel.
Or Sith, rather.
Dark, Sith, whatever. They all dark. Hashtag all dark.
Can you let him speak?
I called them off.
Can you let him speak, please?
Yes. Well, to be fair, Rarity was technically not wanting any part of it until Trixie decided to trigger him. I'm just saying. Anyway, what I didn't like about this episode was, well, since you mostly covered the main six part, I'm going to go off and talk about something that I really didn't like about this episode.
Oh boy.
the Beavis and Butthead ponies of the entire show.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I was
Thank
They
you.
are the worst.
Thank you.
Thank you for mentioning the characters or mentioning the comparison.
Oof.
If you had a third one, you might as well call them Ed and Eddie ponies.
They are
no.
bitch-
Ed and Eddie is smarter than that.
a lot smarter.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike Eddie and Eddie, they actually do not get any negative comeuppance. What is their penance? Oh, they get cool mustaches.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So anyways, Daniel?
All I gotta say is, what in the freaking heck were those two ponies thinking? Yeah, let's go get an Ursa Major. Or let's have it attack this town so that way Trixie can back up what she's saying. Yeah, I see nothing going wrong here.
I have a
Where
question.
were their freaking parents during this episode?
I was just gonna ask that.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Anyways, so that's kind of the summary here. Do you want to move on to someone else?
Oh, very well.
Alright, well, Seagull?
I'll let Jedi take back.
Before I begin, I want to point out that what Daniel said about them. It's funny. I got in a huge internet fight time of the review of Fences because I brought it up. The guy was like, "Oh, but they're children; they cannot be responsible." Trixie, on the other hand, was an adult; she should know better. And I was like, "You're stupid. You're an idiot. You deserve to die."
Don't do that, please.
No, I did not say that.
Please
to him.
don't make jokes about that.
Okay, but anyway, what I was going to say, since everybody agrees that the main things were all Centimonics pricks, I'm going to say that one thing that got me slightly more triggered after that, because the way that when they talk to Twilight about, we're never going to hate you for being a showbuster, you are a friend. You know what message I got from it? That if you are a complete stranger and you are a show pony or whatever, you are a dick and deserve to be run out of town for being a show pony. But if you are our friend, that's completely fine. And I like, screw you all. You all deserve to be thrown out of town yourselves.
So you just encountered a mixed message.
A very mixed message. I mean, sure, the main point I have is what everybody else has, the fact that every single of the ponies of the main six, well, mostly Rainbow Dash, Applejack, and Rarity, were being very kind of the moralistic prick that nobody likes, and they were hypocritical at all. But that mixed message in the end makes it all worse. It's like, it's okay, we do have a serious problem with this particular character trait, but we ignore it if it's our friend.
Yeah.
This is the same mentality that a corrupt politician has.
Oh, shots fired.
Oh yeah, I know all about corrupt politicians, trust me.
Can I at least say something though?
You can.
Rarity didn't want any part of the whole showing off thing. The only reason she got in on that is because what Trixie said to her. When Trixie triggered her. That's what really set Rarity off and made her get into that whole mess. So
That's actually a good point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it was not until Trixie said, "Oh, you afraid you're gonna get something in that rat's nest you call a mane?"
Yeah, so basically, Rarity
like,
only did it because of what Trixie said. So Rarity wasn't entirely to blame for that.
As I
she
said,
let Trixie get to her.
As I said, like a pro.
Yeah.
Like a mouse.
Well, let's not. Here's the deal.
Bitch.
Here's the deal. Let's not piss on the wind here. We all know that Trixie is indeed a dick, a very massive blue dick. But here's the deal. The main six were not on their best behavior either. Let's just remember, she was only started to throw garbage at them because she overheard them throwing garbage at her. So it's basically like a battle between who's the bigger jerk.
Basically.
But yeah, that is my whole point. Oh no, wait, I have sorry, but I do have a one that is really small. I mean, if they were supposed to punish the two dumb fillies for bringing out the major, why would they give them mustaches? Don't you know that's a small boy biggest fantasy, having a mustache?
Yeah, I had problems with that too.
We don't know what happens to that mustaches.
Well, yeah, but the way it's painted to me, because here's the deal: the way that it ended, like, no, they got what they wanted after all. So it's basically like, oh, it's okay. We're just going to lay all the blame on Trixie and let the guys that actually brought a giant murderous animal into town by giving them cool mustaches. But anyway, yeah. Sorry, I'm too salty. Who was before me?
Neon was.
Neon, please, you take the salt from here on.
Well, I have to admit, you guys kind of summed up my bad point as well. But I have to admit, it's just, and it's kind of like last episode, a little bit of personal problem for me. It's just like the wannabe behavior from Trixie, which ticks me off. I mean, I kind of get that some of the main six in the show-offs get what they deserves. Okay, I can understand what you guys coming from, but I don't know. Isn't it a little bit strange that Trixie can pull something off which isn't in clearest comparison to what she's supposed to do? I mean,
what do you mean by that?
I mean, wasn't the deal to show that Trixie can do something from someone else better than the original one? So how is it actually to be better than use it against someone in actually, like, for example, tying Applejack up?
I
don't get it.
That's a fair point.
To be fair, a lot of Trixie's tricks at the beginning of that episode was simple stuff that I think, in my opinion, any unicorn can do. It didn't feel, it was nothing, too spectacular or amazing. The only thing spectacular or amazing I thought that actually would require some magic talent was turning a rainbow to a rainbow twister.
Yeah. Well, technically, in recent season, Twilight admitted that she wouldn't pull off show like Trixie.
Exactly.
And I think that since Ponyville major population is mostly Earth and Pegasi and not unicorns, I think they are not used to seeing this kind of show more often.
There was a cameo of Lyra.
Oh yeah. No, I mean not as.
The majority. I know what you mean.
No, but I mean not as much unicorn, so there's not that much unicorn performance, so they must not see this sort of thing all the time. It's not like Cantaloupe that I imagine that has this sort of thing every time.
Guys.
And that's what I don't like about her as well.
Wait, what happened?
I have something that basically would describe how Trixie would describe herself in season 1.
Can we save that till the end, please?
Oh, I can't just play it right away. It's not gonna take that long.
Alright, fine, go ahead.
I am the hype!
That's basically what Trixie would say.
I am the hype.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. She's basically Vegeta. She's Vegeta for Demon Sea Abridged, but none of the talent to back it up.
Wait.
Exactly.
So basically, Trixie is Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four.
Not really.
Nah.
Yeah, Johnny can back it up too a bit.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I have to say something too. I think Venomous, I think you was the one who brought it up with Trixie, with best protagonist.
Yeah.
I know what you're coming from, and I can see the comparison to who was it again? I forgot the name again.
Soy Polymere? Or, Hook, Mr. Satan?
Yeah, exactly. And that's actually the point. Seaton, he was funny, and he was kind of like, he was supposed to be like this. And I get Trixie was supposed to be in this episode as well, like how she was behaving. But in her case, it's not annoying, it's just downright pissing me off how she is played off.
I can see that.
I mean, okay, she's a show pony, okay, but since when is a show of being a complete asshole and troll be considered something good, even as a protagonist? I'm sorry.
Yeah, both she and Rainbow Dash could learn that lesson.
Exactly.
All right, Logan.
Give me a moment. Okay, I'm here. Okay, let's see. I was about to at first talking about Trixie, but then I felt it was amateur. Then I thought maybe Snips and Snails. Nah, that's even worse. Okay, the hypocrisy of main 6 now, that was taken, even though it was and Josh even said that too. Oh, I have wait, where was the page? Oh, there it is. The Ursa Major and Ursa Minor.
Really?
They are pretty much in the neighborhood of the Ponyville, and no pony actually care about that fact. I would actually be concerned a bit about the fact that if you disturb the sleep of the giant ass bear that can rip off the whole town, I would rather pick a different place. Just like I wouldn't live in the Crystal Empire, knowing that there is one single fragile MacGuffin that if it's break, then your home turns into winter wasteland. That's the basic logic of living somewhere. Just like if you have to pick between the place with the earthquakes or the place with non-earthquakes. Which one would you pick?
It's like choosing between San Francisco and Pompeii.
Okay, that's actually kind of silly comparison, but I know what you're getting from.
It got the point across. That's all it matters.
Also, I want to point out that Basigo keeps on saying, the intellect of the ponies are only up when the plot says so.
Yeah. And the plot always demand them to be dumbasses that build their houses in dangerous locations.
Especially in Ponyville. They are pretty much living in the neighborhood of the danger.
But hang on. Didn't Twilight herself said that they're actually in some way harmless as long as they're not disturbed?
Well, again,
that's the point.
Again. Sorry.
If
Actually,
not disturbed, and you don't know how, it can as well be one of the Pinky's party. If it's really loud, then boom, you have awoken the Ursa Major or Ursa Minor.
Then should this city not even exist in the first place, thanks to Pinky? Just to counter that, sorry.
Beginning of the plot.
How many parties did Pinky already held in the city in the first place, even before Twilight was coming? Heck, even Twilight's party itself.
Considering the kind of stuff that happens around Ponyville, I don't think anyone, freaked out, because this is it's like a daily life. This is just like normal stuff. Like a daily.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would say that daily life happened after Twilight came to this town. So, not quite the point in this case.
Yeah.
Because all the disasters happened the day when Twilight came to Ponyville.
Yeah, but still, even when Night Moon was showing up, that should actually woke up the Ursa Minor as well. So where was it when that
I don't
happened?
think she was that loud.
Okay. I hate to cut
Just saying.
This is going into headcanon territory.
I hate to cut you short, guys, but I think certain Dark Crimson here wants to say a few words.
Oh, another one, another Bob.
As long as he as long as he didn't tie up Crimson, I'm fine with that.
Don't worry, I didn't tie him up.
All right.
Oh
No,
my.
you only
Just
took
saying.
his.
But I do have a few things to say about our delightful show-off who's an asshole in the show.
Well, at least we have something in common at that point.
Well, let me vest out the anger, and I might have to be loud about this one.
Okay. Duly noted.
Okay, for one, you had to speak, saying that you can beat an Ursa Major. What the flippin' fuck?
And here goes our PG, but whatever, we gave up on that a long time ago.
Again, this is PG back when PG meant something.
I know. But to be fair, I think even before it meant something, the word fuck was PG.
Yeah, exactly.
Which made it made no goddamn sense that she had to brag about saying that she could beat an Ursa Major that is twice her size, and given the fact that her magic level is really low.
So
and not only that, I bet Twilight and Crimson could do a better job than Trixie could.
I think any opponent could do a better job than Trixie could at this point.
Heck, even
even
I as a dragon could do it better.
True. But
Another pony could do a better job without a horn.
Shots fired.
That was for the heavy caliber.
I don't mean as a heavy shot. I actually mean in the way that without any magic, anyone could do a better job than her with magic. That's what I mean.
Okay.
I see your point there, but it was still a bit stupid how Sips and Sales actually brought the Ursa Minor into town. At least some pony was reading up on the books thinking it was an Ursa Minor from the beginning, and it was a baby, aka Twilight Sparkle, and Trixie, who has never even studied. I feel bad for that gal. See, this is why studying is so important, but hey, if you want to be the world's greatest show-off, well, guess what? Twilight took that title, and to top it all off, she became princess, and she's still better than you.
And she's still modest about it all.
Exactly.
Well, I think I ranted enough, so I'm going to just let Crimson take over the mic now, so I'm done. Adios!
Oh, hey Doc, before you go, are you up for a little bit of hunting later?
Neon.
I think a certain unicorn can make a little lesson.
Neon!
Sorry.
Enough of that.
Hey, I'm just kidding.
I know, but it'll also leave it can also leave a wrong impression, okay?
Okay. At least he got the rant something about. That was good. Thank God.
Alright, so that leaves Violets.
What I don't like about this episode, how the main six are not acting as friends. I mean, seriously, Twilight, I know you guys are probably feeling a bit injured because you got insulted, and maybe you won't even notice because of the crowd, but at least one of you should know that Twilight had ran off just like that. And probably locked up in her library for all that time. You should have at least gone and talked to her. I mean, at least Fluttershy or Pinkie Pie would do it. I mean, they weren't insulted by Trixie or anything like that.
Which is probably the reason why I assumed that they had a larger role.
My theory on that is that Andrea Libman might have been just sick. Like, she might have been sick that day they were making that episode.
Or other things that couldn't...
Go on, Violet.
Okay, I understand that both of them and also all the others are still new friends with Twilight because, season 1 and everything. But at least you should know that Twilight is feeling very uncomfortable over there. I mean, at least Spike knew what's going on, so that's good. At least one friend know how to help a friend in need.
And it was Twilight's only friend even before she knew she wanted friends.
Exactly.
Which leads to mine and Silvercrawl's assumption that Spike is the most loyal of Twilight's friends. Which is further proved in Equestria Girls.
Yeah, but still, it kind of seemed to make it feel like the friendship Twilight had with the others in the premiere is just set up. like it was there just because they need that friendship. They need that specific bond, just because just because it needed to defeat Nightmare Moon. It's
At-
like it's not proper or natural. It's like forced.
At least at first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I
Only
see.
But
only
these
Spike
kind
is the
of
best
scenes is
friend.
kind. Can I finish?
Sorry.
What I'm saying is that these kind of scenes is kind of make me think: are those 5 even worth being Twilight's friends? Yeah.
Celestia set things up.
It's all Celestia's fault. It was me, Austin, all along.
Baby steps, but baby steps.
Auntie Celestia.
Season 1, yeah.
Again, guys, baby steps.
Yep.
Or rather, Billy steps.
Same point. So, anything else, Violet?
Nah, that's about it.
Alright, it's time to give our ratings. So,
Yep.
Violet, what would you give the episode?
3.5.
Oh, 3.5? Oh.
Yeah, despite the fact that I really hate how the main 6 are behaving, and also how Snips and Snails are really showing as the idiots in the show and everything like that. I actually enjoy watching the episode because of the humor alone.
Okay.
Yeah, and also just like Daniel and Elite Yoshi, I can relate with Twilight.
Okay, I can see that.
I think we all can relate to Twilight.
Yep. Amen.
Yep. Alright, Crimson?
I'm gonna have to give this episode a 2.5.
Oh, 2.5? Okay.
Yep, because for simple reasons and stupid ones.
Alright. Give me a moment. You kind of changed the ratings since the last time we discussed this.
Well, after Dark gave out his opinions, I had to agree with him for that one. And I am going to be 100% true. Trixie was kind of taking her bragging level a bit too seriously, but she understood that until Snips and Snails decided to fuck everything up.
Yep. Logan?
I was thinking maybe I gave it this episode a bit too high a rating at first, but you know what? No, I will stay with my 4-star rating. And that mainly because of the message of this whole story, how not the direct message as in the letter, but how you should keep when you have something good, when you do something good, keep it being humble with it. Don't try to brag about it. But I really felt Twilight in that episode because even now when I mention it, I feel like I'm bragging too much about the thing like that are something that are happening on my channel. It's kind of not comfortable, to be honest. I always feel like I'm always when I'm mentioning this, I feel like I'm bragging about it. Maybe I may or may not made a mistake here, but that's not the point. But yeah, that I think this episode could be a good make a good connection for all the small-time content creators, for example, who wants to be heard, but they didn't want to brag about it. To be like they prefer to be people like Twilight. Because I really relate to that as a content creator. So that's why I'm giving this episode 4 stars, because of personal connection.
That's an interesting...
Not quite the most of the reasonable way to have the personal connection with the episode, but yeah, I'm still with that.
That's an interesting perspective. I like that. Alright, Neon?
Yeah. Even though I have my opinion on this episode, I'm still giving this one a 3 out of 5.
All right.
I mean, there were mostly hilarious parts in that, and the comedy is, well, a little bit hit and miss, but I can see where we're going with that episode. And like I said, it's really early in the very first season, so there is still room for improvement.
All right. Bosigo?
Well, I think you know that my rating was the lowest, 1.5. I will stick by it. I think the episode tried to say something, failed completely. I hate it. And just like Logan that has a personal connection with it, I have it, but in the worst way possible, because I hate hypocritical Santa scripts like that, political, corrupt political thinking. I think it's gay and dumb, and I throw this episode right in the garbage.
Alright.
By the way, Venomous, mine is 3, not 3.5.
You said 3. You said 3.5, Violet.
I said 3.
Yes.
3 out of 5.
Oh.
You know, I misheard Violet say 3 as a tree, and I thought she was referring a tree. Like, I like to be a tree.
Yeah. Sorry, Violet. Sorry, Violet. I thought you said 3.5. My mistake. Alright, but anyways.
Danny boy.
Yep, Daniel.
Sorry, I was writing a hashtag. Well, my opinion of this episode has not changed. 2.5.
2.5. Okay.
Yeah, because of, well, 6, and also because of the Beavis and Butthead ponies and Trixie.
Okay, I could be able to see that. Alright, Yoshi?
Alright. Alright. So, actually, before I give my rating, there was one thing that I wanted to touch upon, but I didn't get the chance to, seeing as how I kind of went on a long talk about, the whole hypocrisy thing of the episode. But pertaining to Jedi's complaints about the Beavis and Butthead ponies, I kind of think that they kind of also insulted the Canadians in a way.
Yeah, tell that to Josh.
Yeah, and I'm American, even I found that offensive.
Yeah.
I just figured I'd point that out, just because nobody brought it up, because I just wanted to say it.
Okay.
Alright, but anyway, for my rating, I don't know, this one was fluctuating. I know that when I talked with you a few days ago, I gave you a 2.5 rating, but I think that, who brought up those good points? Was it Neon, or who had the highest rating?
Logan.
Okay, yeah, it was what Logan said. So I think I'm gonna have to bump my rating up, but not by much.
Okay.
I'm gonna bump it up to a 3 out of 5 star rating.
Okay.
I mean, I will admit that the humor does make up for a lot of the episode's flaws, but this episode is still dragged down by the hypocrisy of the main 6, and how it kind of goes against their character for like this. I know you can argue that this is season 1, their characters are still developing, but even still, I can't really use that as an excuse this time.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So, yeah, and also the Beavis and Butthead ponies, I did find them to be really annoying. So, yeah. Gotta give it a 3 out of 5.
Alright. I gave this episode a 2.5. I mean, I also did not like the episode, mainly because, again, almost everyone was a jerk except for the main character, which is a big problem. Also, Snips and Snails. I didn't mention Snips and Snails because I think I'll be saying that everybody said they're doofuses, they're unnecessary. At least Snails had a cool moment later on in the series, but that's beside the point. They do feel like they're swept under the rug. But and like I said, I like Trixie as an antagonist, but I don't like her as a character. There's a difference between them. But like I said, I do think Trixie was a good antagonist. She was a good foil for Twilight. And like I said, I really loved Twilight in the episode. I thought she was the best aspect of that episode. I just wanted to say Trixie because, well, one, it hasn't been touched upon, and second of all, I thought had a lot of valid points about that. So, anyways, it's definitely on the lower end of the episodic scale, but it's not. But to its credit, it's not horrible. I mean, it's not like it's the worst thing ever or anything. It was just.
Yes.
I mean, it's just an episode I'm just not very fond of. So, Kanata?
Okay, I'm even typing this. I'm really struggling on a final score, but I'm gonna have to stick to a 3.5 out of 5. I really want to give this episode a 4 out of 5, but it has like one too many problems with the episode. I enjoy Trixie in this episode. Trixie's one of my probably in my top 5 favorite MLP characters. Every time that she's on, I enjoy watching her. I understand that some may not like her, and I get it, but the way she acts, like her competitiveness, the way her egotisticalness, kind of reminds me of my competitive side whenever I face someone in Mario Kart. And I watch a lot of wrestling, so I see a lot of characters like that. And those kind of characters I can relate to those kind of characters because I'm kind of like that in some way. I'm not like that all the time, but in a small way. It had some funny moments, like the whole door scene in the middle of that episode. I enjoyed Rarity's outfit before she ran away and her hair turned green. I enjoyed Spike in this episode trying to help out Twilight.
Okay.
I liked the Ursa Miner's design, and I liked the fact that we got to see more of Twilight's magical power and her potential of what she can do with her magic.
Yeah, yeah.
And finally, the final good thing to say is I enjoyed both messages. The big problems I have with this episode is Snips and Snails, Rainbow Dash's behavior, the main set's not comforting Twilight after running away from Trixie, and the whole trying to do a second message when it wasn't needed.
Yeah.
If just one of those problems was removed, I can justify it giving it a 4 out of 5. But even though I really want to, I cannot give it a 4 out of 5, even though I really want to. So I got to stick with a 3.5 out of 5, even though I think that's a tad too little on my end.
All right, so that means our group rating is a 3-star rating. It's an equivalent of just below average.
Actually, the average is 2.5, so that's a bit above average, technically.
Well, according to my rating system, anything 2.5 or below is episodes I don't like.
Tune in next time when we discuss which rating is the accurate.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, the overall rating for the episode is a 3 out of 5. And like I said, it has a lot of bad stuff in it, but it's not all terrible. That's pretty much the best way I can put it.
It's not Finny Vanilli.
This episode was really a fun episode to watch, at least in my opinion.
I mean, I can't deny the episode had some fun elements. I'm not gonna deny that.
Yeah, I mean, this episode is just worth watching just for the humor alone. And also, I do think it's kind of satisfying seeing the main 6 get one-ups by Trixie.
Yeah.
And Trixie, don't forget about Trixie's performance in that episode. That is also worth watching, in my opinion.
Yeah, same here.
No, guys, you got this wrong. It's the great and powerful Trixie.
Which looks
I can't do that.
I can't do that either.
The great and powerful Trixie.
The great and powerful. I can't roll my R's. I can't do that.
The great and powerful Trixie. Need some peanut butter crackers.
Hey, chat. Vote right now. Who of us has the best Trixie impersonation right now?
Anyways,
Do it and you will get absolutely nothing.
Alright, yep. Yoshi, were you gonna say something before we go?
Yeah, I was gonna say that actually the truth is I really don't hate Trixie in this episode. That was the extra point I wanted to add. I don't really hate Trixie.
I don't either.
I love Trixie in this episode. I love her.
I think only Neon here hates Trixie.
I think
Yeah,
Trixie was
and that's
more
actually a
Magic
bit more of
Duo.
a personal thing.
Okay, so that's about all for Ghostbusters. Thank you so much for joining. Tune in next week where we do an episode via special request. Because next week we're not going to cover Dragon Shy, not yet anyway. Next week we're going to cover an episode from season 4, which will be Pinky Pride.
Yes!
Nice!
So,
Yeah, I guess after
just
that, all
one
of Hades
question.
are good.
what's up?
Who put in the request?
That would be Jedi Padawan Daniel because his birthday is on March 13th, which is unfortunately on a Monday. So it would make sense for me to do it the weekend before.
When again
Monday
is
and
your
Tuesday.
When again is your birthday, Daniel?
March 13th.
Oh, March 13th. Okay.
13, not 14.
I'll be 23, you young whippersnappers.
Good. I'm 27, if you want to know.
Alright, so look for
My birthday is
You are
also.
the oldest here for once. God damn it.
alright,
But
so
my birthday is also this month. Weirdly enough.
alright, let's wrap this up here. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Alright, see ya.
May the force be with
See
you
you next
all.
time, guys.
Yeah, see you.
Toodles.
Bye. Get out of our yard.
May the horse be with you all.